Kakashi Hatake has always stood apart, not because he was the strongest, not because he was the smartest, but because he carried something heavier than any jutsu, the weight of surviving everything he loved. Most shinobi are shaped by conflict. Kakashi was shaped by loss, again and again until it became a second skin, yet somehow he didn't crumble. He didn't become bitter. He didn't let the world twist him into something unrecognizable. Instead, he became calm, measured, even gentle. This is the story of how a man who lost everything still found a reason to keep moving forward. Kakashi grew up in a home that was built on love and destroyed by pressure. His father, Sakumo Hatake, was one of the Leaf's greatest heroes, a man who believed in compassion over orders and people over missions, but the world didn't reward compassion, it punished it. When Sakumo chose to save his comrades instead of completing a mission, the village turned against him. Hatred replaced admiration, shame replaced honor, and Kakashi watched the man he admired, the man who taught him kindness, lose himself under the weight of expectations he could never meet. Sakumo's suicide didn't just take a father away from Kakashi, it took away his trust in the world. A child should learn right from wrong. Kakashi learned something else. Even good people are destroyed for doing the right thing. And so he built a fortress around himself. Rules, precision, obedience. If you can't trust the world, you trust the system. You trust discipline. You trust nothing else. That was his first mask. Then came Obito, the boy who was everything Kakashi wasn't. Warm where Kakashi was cold, clumsy where Kakashi was perfect, idealistic where Kakashi was rigid. Obito annoyed him, challenged him, but quietly, Obito also balanced him. And then, in a moment that should have been impossible, Obito entrusted Kakashi with the last piece of himself, his Sharingan, and his belief. Take this, because you're the future. That moment was a seed planted in Kakashi's heart. A seed of connection he didn't know how to handle, a warmth he didn't know he needed, but fate wasn't done breaking him. Rin was the light between them, the calm, the softness, and her death shattered Kakashi in a way no one could see from the outside, because Obito's loss felt like a wound, but Rin's loss felt like failure, not just as a shinobi, as a human being. Kakashi did everything right, he followed orders, he followed the rules he clung to for survival, and yet, he still lost her. The question began to spiral inside him. If doing everything right still leads to pain, then what is the point? This is where many people misunderstand Kakashi. They see his calm, they see his silence, they see the mask, but they don't see the war going on behind it. Kakashi didn't become quiet because he was emotionless. He became quiet because he felt too much. Kakashi's mask is one of anime's most recognizable jokes, but behind the humor lies symbolism, its protection, its distance, its control. The mask keeps the world from getting too close. It keeps his heart from being too exposed. It keeps the pain contained where no one else can see it. Some people hide their feelings. Kakashi hid parts of himself entirely, but here's the beauty in that. Even behind the mask, he kept showing up. He kept fighting. He kept protecting. His resilience wasn't about denying suffering. It was about carrying it quietly so others didn't have to. Then came the three students who would unknowingly force Kakashi to live again. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. Naruto taught him hope. Sasuke taught him responsibility. Sakura taught him empathy. Together they cracked open the shell Kakashi had wrapped around his heart. He began to understand what Obito meant, what his father meant, what he had been running from for so long. People matter more than missions. Connection matters more than perfection. Love matters more than rules. For the first time since childhood, Kakashi wasn't just surviving life, he was participating in it. His past didn't disappear, but he stopped letting it define him. This is resilience in its purest form, not erasing pain, but learning to coexist with it. When you look at everything Kakashi has endured, you realize something profound. He is not strong because he is unbreakable. He is strong because he has been broken again and again and still chooses kindness. He teaches us, you don't need to be loud to be powerful. You don't need to get over your pain to move forward. You can carry guilt without letting it consume you. You can lose everything and still remain gentle. Kakashi's resilience is not dramatic. It is subtle, quiet, mature. It is the strength of someone who understands life deeply because he has suffered deeply, and yet, he keeps going. In the end, Kakashi Hatake is not a character defined by tragedy. He is defined by what he became in spite of it. A leader, a protector, a teacher, a man who rebuilt himself from memories that would have destroyed anyone else. Kakashi's story teaches us that sometimes resilience is not conquering your demons. Sometimes it's learning to walk with them. Sometimes it's not rising above the pain. Sometimes it's simply refusing to let it dictate who you are. And Kakashi, the man who lost everything, chose to become someone who saves others, even when no one saved him. Quietly heroic, beautifully human, unbreakable in the softest way possible.